Mike's spot. Mic check, mic check.
My check.
Wait, for real this time, mic check, mic check.
Gabe the GOAT.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
no.
we go. Why do I always do this? Alright. Hold on. Don't worry, we good. Everything is fine. Nobody panic. Okay. What it do? Oh, that hurt. What it don't, what it is, and what it ain't. It's your boy, Don Ota shit. Oh my god. Okay, I can't do that. Don Otaku, aka Don Solo, aka Solo the Don, aka Solo D Swaggy, aka the illest man alive. And of course, I'm here with Subegels, aka Subeg, aka the Green Thumb, aka the Gaming Gardener, aka the Avatar, aka what you got for me today?
AKA, I don't even know, bro. AKA the insider that's not an insider.
Yes, sir.
An insider that's on the outside.
And this is Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast, episode 58.
59, I think.
Last week was 58. I was just gonna be confident, and then I was just gonna be like, yeah.
I fucked it up, huh?
But yeah, man.
Let's see.
As you can hear, I done came down with something, and I ain't come down like Houston, Texas came down, but like I done came down with something that's been fucking me up. But I'm here. We here. We pushing through. Got my Theraflu with me, so we gonna make it. But how are you feeling, Subeg? What's been going on?
Yes, sir. I'm a little sick too. I was actually very sick like 2 days ago, so I'm recovering fast. It's probably the ginger tea that I've been drinking, honestly. Every morning, every night before I go to bed. Just trying to drink it. It's doing wonders for me. But I'm good though. I'm good. I'm grinding. I just hit the gym. Been playing some more games. Been on top of my homework. Been cooking up some stuff. But I'm here, bro. I'm here. What about you? Well, I mean, other than the sickness, I'm listening to a lot of music. I'll say that. Right now I'm on mic. So been really enjoying it. And navy blue for sure.
Bro, speaking of music, hey, Danny Brown just dropped Stardust, his new album. And you know, at first, so he dropped Quaranta after. So if you don't know Danny Brown, he's like he's a very abrasive, like drugs, like super drug rapper. But he sobered up. And since then, it's like damn, his music ain't been the same. Like Quaranta, it was cool, but it just wasn't that Danny Brown that I'm used to. But he just dropped Stardust, and that whole was actually hitting. He's still sober? He's still not on the same shit, but like the sound is closer to his older shit. It actually has. It reminds me of his second album, Old, or at least like his second official album, Old, which was very EDM coded, and this one has a lot of that in it. But I listened through it today 2 times, and I was like, yeah, bro, this shit is slapping. So Stardust, I've been enjoying that today. I had that on repeat. But other than that, though, not too much music-wise. But yeah, man, like this sickness I got been crazy because it started off as like just like a cough, and I was cool. Like my girl, she had it for a while, or like for a few days, and then I finally like developed a cough yesterday. It was just like, or like really the day before yesterday. And it was like I just had a cough. It was cool, like nothing crazy. Then last night, that shit, or the night before last, that shit just started getting worse. And then I developed a fever, like the cough turned into like shortness of breath, and then it was just like I could barely breathe. I could barely, like, my throat was just fucked up. And then went to the urgent care yesterday, which is when y'all were doing the PlayStation reaction. I was reacting to y'all. I was reacting with y'all in the comment section while I was waiting at the urgent care. But it wasn't anything crazy, so that's good. Like at first we were thinking pneumonia, the way that my lungs was sounding. Sounded like it was gonna be pneumonia, but nah. So we good on that.
That's good.
But yeah. But I woke up this morning. I sweated like crazy, but like when I woke up, felt way better. So I just needed some good sleep. That's all.
Sure.
But still got this cough. Still congested as hell. So if I sound weird, I apologize. I will not be able to get rowdy like I usually do. I can't yell, as you saw. So yeah. But you know, I just had to make it for the show because there's just too much to talk about, and then couldn't skip over this. But yeah, I'm here. We here. But let's go ahead and get into the what we've been playing.
Yes, sir.
Let you go.
For sure. So it is mainly the usuals that I've been talking about. Yote, I'm literally just liking it more and more as I play it. I have 3 out of the I think there's 5 or 6 weapons. So I think I have the just the 3, and it's just so much fun, dude. Like switching between the weapons, chopping up all the enemies, playing the little like guitar instrument that she has. I unlocked this thing where it's like, if you play a song, it'll like guide you to like a shrine location. So it's like another way where it's like organic, like finding shit in the world without needing to go into the map and stuff, which is nice. But outside of those games, there's 2 new ones that I've picked up and played. The first one is Katana Knot. I picked that up on Steam. It was on a sale. I think it might be still on a sale. I could check real quick, but I downloaded it on the. It's not on sale anymore, but I downloaded it on the what's it called? The Steam Deck OLED. So that's where I was playing it on for like the hour and a half that I tried it. Super fun. Really love the aesthetics of it. Plays super smooth. I love the fact that like your melee, like the more melee hits you get, will be like the amount of bullets you can shoot, you know? So it's like it all like ties into each other, which is amazing. And it also has like those roguelike elements too, with the power-ups and stuff, which is nice. It's like a roguelike, like Metroidvania type game, which
Very
is so
Dead
sick.
Cells coded.
Yeah, for sure. But it's sick, man. I highly recommend it for anyone that has a deck. It ran at like it was like 80, 90-ish frames, which is fine. I literally just turned on the per game optimization tag, the toggle, and it just kind of did its own thing. It just kind of did it by itself, which is nice. But yeah, the game is so cool, so fun. I don't really understand the story of it too much, but the gameplay is what I'm there for, and the gameplay is so tight and so responsive. So highly recommend Katana Knot for sure for the people that are into Metroidvanias.
Shout out to Acclaim.
The other game. Well, one more time.
Shout out to Acclaim.
Oh, yup, absolutely, man. Shout out to Acclaim, dude. They're already killing it. And they were in the comment section of one of our episodes too, which is nice. So for sure, shout out to Acclaim. I know they're listening, so keep on cooking, you guys. Keep on cooking. But the other game that I played just a little bit was the new Hyrule Warriors game. I really just got through the intro. Finally got to the place where it's like I'm just taking on missions and stuff, which is nice. But this is my first Musou type game, so I'm definitely getting
First,
accustomed to it. Yeah, it's my first. Never played a Musou.
where have you been? What have you been? What have you been doing, my bro?
I know, bro. I have some. Like I have Persona 5 Strikers. That still is in its sealed switch box. I have that one. I think I have another one. But yeah, man, I definitely have been sleeping on Musous. They're I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like character action, but also just like mindlessly chopping up enemies.
Is like for Musos, is definitely if you've played one, you've played them all. But
Mm.
when it's about the like I can't just play Dynasty Warriors just straight up, honestly. Like at first, when I played Dynasty Warriors 3 for the first time, like cool. Like that shit was dope. You see all these enemies on screen for the first time, and you're just wiping out thousands and thousands of enemies. And it was like crazy for the time, but like then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is like, okay, bro. Like I'm not about to do this anymore. But it's like, okay, but with franchises that you actually like oh, One Piece Warriors, yeah, I'll do that. Oh, Fire Emblem Warriors, yeah, for sure. Hyrule Warriors, go ahead. Like Persona, ooh. So it's really about the it's about the fan service for me more than the gameplay. But I do like that the Nintendo ones, they do try to add elements of those games into it to like switch up the Musou. So like the OG Hyrule Warriors had this whole kind of dungeon element to it, which was really cool. The Fire Emblem Warriors, they added like the triangle, the weapon triangle, and other strategy elements to it, so that you couldn't just run up to anybody and just like whoop they ass like you would with any other Musou. Like you have to actually strategize, and you have to actually send units to certain locations and stuff like that. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. No, it is. It's a lot of fun, dude. Like, right now I've only played as Zelda and Rauru, so it's like those are the two characters that I got to like get accustomed with. But it's cool, man. They have like the link attacks. They have the special attacks where it's like if an enemy is charging up doing something, you can like do a special attack which pretty much like staggers them. The combos is cool too. I've already unlocked a new combo too while playing it. It has a lot of Zelda sensibilities. Like I was literally just like rummaging around through like leaves, and then a fucking Korok popped up, and it was like, here's a Korok seed, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, man, I'm really enjoying it. That 60 FPS is peak. Looks really sharp too for a game that's not using any sort of DLSS or even like anti-aliasing.
It's just FSR 1.0.
Yeah, I think it's just FSR. And it looks good. It looks good. Can't complain, honestly.
Night and day from the last Hyrule Warriors, which was,
I don't doubt it,
480p 20 frames per second.
Yeah, man. But man, what can I say, dude? It's just, I'm just loving playing these games, bro. Like I'm just really enjoying it. Like really trying to soak it up. See what all of it has to offer, man. And what other machine is there to do that on versus a machine that's you can fucking pick up and play anywhere, you know, in bed, dock it, fucking take it outside, take it to the gym, all that stuff. So it's just really nice. It's really nice to have a machine that can do everything like that. But yeah, that's really. I bought Arc Raiders. I think I mentioned that last week.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to play too much more of it. But still, it's really cool. It's really interesting. I'm seeing a lot of people like I feel like the first like couple days it was like a lot of like the friendly people were on, but now like everyone's just like not friendly anymore. Where it's like I'm seeing people be like, oh, I'm friendly, and they're like, I don't give a fuck, just fucking kill them like on the spot, you know. But it's still super cool. I really like the idea of an extraction shooter with proximity chat. I think that really does add like an emergent element to it, something that I know Marathon didn't have, but I think that they're gonna add on to it. But yeah, man. That's really it. I'm trying to think. I don't think that there's anything else. I re-downloaded Ball X Pit because I was kind of craving going back into it, but I didn't play much of it. But that's really it, to be honest.
All right, all right. As for myself, as you can see on the screen, I got a chance to play Kirby Air Riders during the playtest, and
Peak.
eek. But like, I will say, my first round of City Trial,
Mm-hmm.
pure chaos. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like going every which way, just getting destroyed by everything that I'd like. Every 5 seconds, I'm just getting destroyed by random shit. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Ended up coming in fourth, and I was just like, I don't even know what I did. But the more I played, the more like you start to pay attention to things happening around you, because that's really what it was. It was like, man, I honestly do not know what the hell is going on. But then you start reading the messages at the bottom, and that's when you realize, like, oh, there's boxes falling from the sky. Let me go over to where these boxes are falling so I can go get some power-ups and shit. And then that's usually where everybody else is like congregated, and y'all are battling for all the stuff. Or it'll be like, oh, there's meteors falling from the sky, and then it's like, okay, let me dip and dodge as much as I can so I don't lose any of my shit. But this game it's a lot of fun. Like, it's very Smash coded. It has a little bit of Mario Kart in it, but honestly, I would compare it more to Smash than I would compare it to Mario Kart. Just because the City Trial is more of the main event than like the Air Race. And when I played Air Race, it was fun. It was cool. Like, I don't think I would spend a lot of time on Air Race though. Like, City Trial is definitely the one that I'm gonna be like spending a lot of my time on, from what I could tell. But I will say, like, it's a difficult game to like just pick up. Like with Mario Kart, you can hand any random a controller, and then it's like, oh, they're gonna have fun. Like, especially with the assists that really help with like them falling off the cliffs and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot that makes it easy for people to just pick up and play Mario Kart. This is not a pick up and play game, because like, if I didn't do the tutorial, I really wouldn't know what the fuck I was doing, because the way that you boost and like try this, like, you have to be good to constantly go fast, which it took me a while to just be like, man, because I kept just like, bro, why do I feel so slow? Like, that was the first thing I was complaining about. I was like, I feel slow as hell, and I don't know why. But you have to like learn how to boost properly and hit those turns with the boost properly to actually like pick up speed and continue picking up speed, or else you're just gonna feel sluggish. So it does have a steeper learning curve than any other kart racer that I've played, but once you do like master it, it is a lot of fun, and it's pretty in-depth as well. So as usual, Sakurai cooked. To no one's surprise, this is a day one. Can't wait for the new playtest starting on Friday, I think, or Thursday, one of them.
Damn, I'm gonna be at a camp vlog now by that time.
So yeah,
but that's next week, right? The game's launching on the 20th.
Launch on the 20th.
I'm there, bro. I'm fucking there. Hopefully, it becomes my new stream game.
Yes, sir. I'll probably be trying to join in if I see you streaming. But
Man.
yeah, man.
I was getting raged out playing Mario Kart, bro. I can't handle it, bro.
Honestly, you probably will rage on this too, because the way that like it's crazy because everything is so quick. You don't even realize, like, you don't even have the time to like react to you getting hit or getting your star destroyed. Like if your ride is destroyed, it just happens so fast that it's like, oh, all right, okay, got to go to the next one. Like shit, you don't have time to react to anything that happens. But yeah, Kirby Air Riders is dope. A game that I've actually been returning to some games, and one of those games that I've returned to is Returnal. Hey, you see what I did there? That was crazy.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, Returnal, aka the greatest PS5 first party game of all time. Not even close. And this was a game I fell in love with at the launch, or not at the launch, but like very soon in the launch of the PS5. It was the game that made me turn on my PS5 because I really didn't have shit. But yeah, I fell in love with this game, bugs and all. At the launch, it was very buggy, crashed a lot, but lost my saves a couple of times.
It even had like hardware specific issues for PS5 users.
Yeah.
Like I know Ben Smith from LSM. Well, I don't know if he's there, but he literally had to get a new PS5 from Sony. Like,
Yeah.
like it literally, like it had some issues with that shit for sure.
But even through all of that, like I just enjoyed the gameplay of this game so much.
So
It's not. It's definitely not the most satisfying roguelike, in the sense that this is a roguelike that punishes you more than it like enhances you. Because it's like when you play something like Dead Cells or you play Windblown, it's always like, ooh, what's the next power up that's gonna make me stronger and make me in like, oh, but this one is like, it's like 50-50. It's like every time you get something that's gonna make you better, you're gonna get something that's gonna fuck you over, like 9 times out of 10. But that's what makes this one special and more challenging. Although I've played this game so much now that it's like the challenge isn't even there anymore. I literally got through the first 2 bosses on my first run, and then after I beat the second boss, I suspended and saved, and I haven't gone back. But I haven't died yet in my first run. I'm gonna see when I get back on it if I can just complete the whole thing again without dying once.
The last time I played Returnal, which was literally like probably a few weeks ago, I've used a weapon that I never used, and I got relatively far in it, and I was like thinking to myself, like, damn, why did I never use this? I think the weapon was the lobber,
Yeah.
maybe. And I was
I've
like,
used that
bro, this
before.
shit's actually strong as fuck. What the fuck?
See,
But yeah,
my favorite is the spit maul blaster or whatever, the shotgun basically. I love that shit. You get the shotgun with the slug shots, and with you gotta get the slug shots.
fire.
Yeah, because the slug shots give you range. But that's really the only way that is viable for me. So every time I find that one with the slug shot, it's like, oh yeah, I'm about to do my thing. Yeah, I don't switch unless I find another one. But yeah, man, I've been having a lot of fun coming back to this, preparing for Saros, which I won't play. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring it into existence. That's gonna be the first cross-buy. That's gonna be the first cross-buy game day and date on PC, PS5 launcher. You feel me?
Marathon?
I think Saros is gonna come out before. Oh no, Marathon is coming out. They said it's still coming out this year.
We don't know yet. No, I think Marathon's coming out next year.
Oh, I thought they said it was still on track for this year. Maybe maybe that was somebody else just saying.
I could look it up. Hold on. Marathon. I actually think the release date is okay. So Sony confirms Bungie's Marathon will launch by March 2026.
Okay, by March 2026. So still in the same fiscal year. That's probably what they meant. It's still launching in the fiscal year, but not the actual year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay, that makes more sense then.
One of the two, though.
But
I think one of the two could definitely
so like
be.
if Marathon needs as much time as possible, it can be like March 2026. But Saros is February, right?
I think Saros is March.
Oh, then there's a chance. They're gonna be
March
very
20th.
close
March 20th.
to each other. Either way, I mean, Marathon's already day and date on PC and Xbox, but I need Saros to be announced with the PS5 launcher on PC.
If I were to guess Marathon's release date, I would say they're gonna slot it in that same slot that Helldivers 2 was in.
Yeah.
So that February slot would be my guess.
Yeah. But
oh wait, this is kind of off topic, but how far are we into the recording?
34.
34? Okay, for sure. Thank you.
All right. Played Fortnite Simpsons update. That shit is hilarious. I like it. I love it. Had a lot of fun with it. Not much else to say there. It was cool. I like that it's a completely new map. Like it's literally just all Simpsons themed, and they did a full new map instead of just changing like parts of it. But yeah, been enjoying this season so far. Dispatch still continues to amaze, still continues to impress. Episodes 5 and 6, they did the damn thing, bro. That shit was peak cinema, and they delivered on everything, bro. And they set up the final 2 episodes so perfectly. Like I can't. I'm literally just like waiting until we finish this podcast so I can just go ahead and play.
Oh, they dropped it, right?
Yeah, the last 2 episodes they dropped today.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, bro, I can't wait. And then I'll write my review on that. I'm gonna write my reviews on 7 and 8, and then I'm gonna write a full review of just Dispatch as a whole after that. So I'm gonna have 2 more reviews for that. But yeah, man, this is peak. That's all I'm gonna say. Peak Telltale style game. The ending of episode 6, bro, that shit hurt, bro. That shit hit me. Like, I can't wait to see what happens. But yeah. Oh yeah, another game. I don't have any recorded footage because for whatever reason it didn't record the gameplay. But Fragpunk. I got back on Fragpunk after like months. And that shit was still fun. I was playing on the Xbox app now, and it definitely felt like I was playing with console players now, which was good. Because when you play on the Steam, those motherfuckers do not play no games that mouse and keyboard is not playing with your ass. But yeah, on the Xbox servers, it was like, oh yeah, I can actually whoop y'all. So that was fun. I actually did really good in my first match. They actually added a lot. That there's like 4 more characters that I never tried. What else did they? There's a horde mode.
Wow.
Yeah, they added a horde mode, which was decent. It was more like Orcs Must Die, where you're setting up traps throughout the stage, and then you start the round, and like the traps are taking out as many of them as you can, but then you have to try to take out any ones that make it through the traps. So it was fun. But I played it by myself, so that's probably why it wasn't like Like I gotta play with some friends, and I'll probably have a lot more fun with it. But I was playing it by myself just to try it out, and it was cool. So yeah, Fragpunk, I I was enjoying it when I went back to it.
That's good.
But Ball X Pit and Super Ball are still in my rotation as well. But I won't go into too much on those because we need to get into these topics.
Yes, sir.
All right, but before we get into the topics, let's get into some on the radars that I have. So I have another 3 for today.
Nice.
Podcast notes. There we go. All right. The first game is called. Actually, I have no idea what this game is called. It is called Meat Shot. That is a terrible name, but not a terrible game, because this is how they describe this game: Max Payne Bullet Time Carnage, Matrix acrobatics and aesthetics, prototype verticality, guns the dual wall running combat, and incoming 1 to 4 player co-op. This is one of the coolest looking fucking, like, the gameplay of this indie is just crazy. And it's crazy that someone, hold on. Oh wait, wrong one. This one. So yeah, it's very fast paced, a lot of verticality, just like Prototype. You're running up the walls, you're backflipping off walls like in Guns the Duel, doing flips in slow-mo. You got the Max Payne Bullet Time. Like, bro, this is my shit. This is what I thought games would become. Like, you know how we were playing these PS2 to 360 generation games, and it was like, man, once you play something like Prototype, you're like, man, I can't wait till we get more games that play like this. And then you instead they go the opposite way, slower, methodical gameplay. I'm like, bitch, I didn't ask for this shit. Count your days from software. You ruin action games for everybody, and I'll always stand on this hill. So I'm glad that there's someone out here who had the same ideas as me, where they're like, man, we regress in gaming when it comes to like fast-paced, open world-ish, like straight up action, verticality, running on walls, everything. But have you seen it, the gameplay?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
How you feeling about it?
Yeah, man, this looks fucking sick. This looks like my friend Pedro, but in like third person.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that is a great ass comparison. My friend Pedro, but third person action. Like, that's perfect.
Facts, man.
But Meat Shot, terrible name. But you know, you gotta, you know, it's all right. But that is not the only game that I had on the radar. Let's see. The next game is... This one is called Dark Light Survivor. And as the name suggests, it is a survivor-like. But this one, just like something like Megabonk, is a third-person survivors-like, but a lot more dark and gritty as far as the gameplay goes. But I like that you actually have the choice to change between isometric and third person at any time during the gameplay. But it's very Warhammer Dark Tides, like it has Warhammer Dark Tides energy, and unlike other Vampire Survivors type games, you have you actually have gameplay, and it's not all auto attacks. So you actually have attacks that you can do yourself. And you can roll and you can move out of the way, but you also have auto attacks that are like helping you as well. So you can see where the stars kind of starts to surround him. That's like one of the auto attacks that happen. And he's like shooting rockets automatically from his shoulder. So it has a mix of third-person shooter / third-person action, but with that auto battle Vampire Survivors energy as well. So you get a mix of both. So I thought this one was pretty cool. You know, I love that Survivors formula a lot, but this one feels like they mixed Warhammer Space Marines with Vampire Survivors, and it looks cool as hell.
Sure. I've
All
actually seen this one before, so this one's not new to me, but yeah, it looks absolutely sick.
Yeah.
I think it was like that like military sim game where it was like top down where they were fighting and then you could actually go in and it was like FPS combat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
That one.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. Well,
that one is called, I forget what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
All right, the last on the radar is this one's called Harma, and it's a strategy or turn-based roguelike game with that classic JRPG kind of art style, but like the animations are like really thick. But it's a deck builder and turn-based RPG roguelike. Multiple characters, kind of like Slay the Spire. But yeah, if you like something like Slay the Spire, this definitely is close to that, but with a different art style, different type of gameplay, in a sense. But yeah, this one also looks a lot pretty cool to me. I haven't played Slay the Spire 2. I need to get on that.
Aspire.
But yeah,
those are games that I don't really get into, but they always look sick though. The art style of this one looks amazing. For sure.
That's what really drew me in, was the art style. Because I will say I do not like Slay the Spire's art style at all. I think it looks pretty mid, honestly. But the gameplay is what I'm there for, or like that's what kept me going. So if you gave me something that plays like Slay the Spire, but with a way better art style, I would definitely be down for that. But that is the 3 games that I have for On the Radar today. Yeah,
sure.
Anything that you wanted to bring up?
Yes, I actually do have some on the radars this time. I have two.
All right.
One we'll probably talk about a little bit with the state of play, but is Motion Wreck.
Okay.
They showed it off at the state of play, but it's already on Steam. So if you guys want to buy it, it's already available there on Steam for $9.99. Looks super cool. Definitely reminds me of Sound Shapes, in the fact that it's like a game about music, and it's like it all has to do with music and stuff. So it's really sick. But there's that one, and then the second one. This is going back to us talking about more Star Fox likes, but First Squadron Phoenix is also another game that I am keeping my eyes on because it looks really cool, actually, as a Star Fox game. And shout out to the Star Fox sections in Hyrule Warriors because they're in there too. But yeah, those are my 2 on the radars for sure.
All right, I'm playing the First Squadron Phoenix trailer right now.
You seen it? Looks pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Okay, for sure.
I like the art style.
Kind of reminds me of the gummy ship sections a little bit.
I don't know how I feel about the character designs, but I like the actual art style and gameplay.
For sure. I think this is a sequel to a game that they've
Yeah,
done.
I knew that there
before.
was a First Squadron, or no, maybe I'm thinking of Whisker.
No, it is. It's called First Squadron.
Okay, but I know
So
there's
this is a
another
sequel.
Whisker Squad or something like that. That's also a Star Fox kind of game. But yeah, this looks cool though. Is it out or is it coming out?
No, it's coming out Q1 2026.
Okay. All right, all right. So that is what we have for on the radar. So now let's get into our first topic, which we're just gonna briefly go over our thoughts on the PlayStation State of Play Japan Edition, as they called it. I didn't fully see the full thing, but I was glimpsing through. But so I'll go to you. Like, how did you feel about the State of Play?
Yeah, I'm not like mid on it, but I'm definitely like it was okay, like it was decent enough as a show, like as a showcase of games. Not too much that like excited me or like got me like out of my seat, but I like that they showed off a lot of stuff, and I like that they showed it off at a really good pace, and ultimately it made me feel like this is like them relaunching the PS5 in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Especially with like all the hardware announcements at the end and like the exclusive PS5 that they're doing just for the Japanese audience. It definitely felt like they're trying to tap back into their Japanese fan base. So yeah, this makes me think that they're gonna do these every year, like a Japanese focused State of Play. It makes me think that they'll do more of these for sure.
I always thought that the September one was their Japanese focus one. The TGS, just like the ones that they do right before TGS.
Mm-hmm.
So it was weird when they announced another Japan focused State of Play.
Tells you that they're definitely feeling the pressure a little bit.
I mean, they took them a long ass time to realize that. So yeah, but what were some of your highlights? I know you said there wasn't really anything that got you super excited, but what would you say are like your 3 to 5 highlights?
Yeah. So on the live stream, I said Dragon Quest VII. That game just looks great. It looks like they really know what they're doing with it too. What's called Motion Wreck, of course, as I mentioned on the radar. I already copped it, so that should tell you that it made me really excited seeing a game like that. And I'll go for my third one. I'll do, honestly, bro, even though I'm not gonna cop it, I think I'm gonna go with that PlayStation monitor.
Oh hell no!
Just because it was like funny seeing it. I really was like, oh wow, they're doing it. They're doing it. But it was interesting seeing it for sure. But if I'm picking a game, then I think the one that I'm thinking of is one of the Arc System Works games.
They had like
Tokon.
3.
Yeah, not Tokon. It was one of the 2D like Metroidvania ones that looked cool, but I can't find the
so
name.
they had Damon and Baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X, which was the 2D side-scrolling action game.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of, the Blaze Blue one. I think that I thought that one looked kind of sick for sure.
All right, so those are your 3.
Pretty much just updates, yeah. I didn't like the DLC updates, to be honest. Like the Dynasty Warriors, and then
Monster Hunter, and then
Monster Hunter,
Digimon,
and then Elden Ring.
Yeah, they did a lot
of DLC. But I thought Fatal Frame 2 looked really good too, as well. For someone that's not really into horror games, I thought that game looked really good.
Doo-doot, doo-doot, doo-doot. Trying to see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. Okay, I was just scrolling through. But I think I saw everything. Okay. So yeah, I agree with you though. It was nice to see something so Japanese coded for sure. But it was good, not great in terms of the games that were there. I don't think they had many exclusive games. Also, I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think the only exclusive game that was in this state of play was Marvel Tokon, and that's if you're not counting PC.
And I think the Gran Turismo update.
Yeah, Gran Turismo. It's like the full exclusive, but that's just an update of a game that's already been. But yeah, for me though, I will say there were some games that really had me excited. Wandering Sword was one of them. That is a strategy RPG, tactics RPG in an open world Octopath like. I wouldn't say it's Octopath like
that was that like Wuxia inspired one, right?
Yeah, the Wuxia inspired like tactical Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics style game. That one looked really cool. It's called Wandering Sword. So that one had me excited. Blaze Blue Entropy. That one is actually a game that I've played multiple times on PC.
Oh wow, you played it?
Yeah, it's been in early access on PC forever, but they're now releasing it on consoles, and this is like the full version with everything also.
Yeah,
so
it's good.
This is gonna be the first time it's actually coming to console, so that's cool. I also played Tokyo Extreme Racer on PC in early access, and that one's also pretty cool. It's very drift heavy, like it plays really well.
Is that game open world or is it like track based?
It's race based. It's not open world.
Like track based?
Yeah.
Like for sure.
You just load the races.
It looked good. I was interested by it.
All right.
Sure.
But I gotta come for you. I gotta come for some of these guys out here because y'all make it so easy for me. Look at this. I want y'all to hold on. Because I got some words for a certain fan base out here who's over here like, man, Pokemon and Game Freak are some scam artists, right? Some scammers, terrible game developer, because they have DLC coming out months after the release of the game, which means if it's coming out this soon, that means they cut the content from the game and now they're trying to sell it to you. That's evil. That's terrible. How dare they? But Digimon, that's our game. Digimon would never do that to us. Look, Digimon announced DLC that's coming out this winter. And guess what I saw online? Oh my, I can't believe it. This is so hype.
I got you fucked up, bro.
It's so hype. We getting more Digimon so soon. It's I can't believe they would. Bandai Namco never lets me down. Count your fucking days. No, like how y'all flip the script so easily. You know, this that bullshit I be talking about, bruh. That bullshit.
Oh yeah. No, I know, bro.
Look, y'all can. There's a lot that you can rag on Game Freak for, but like the way y'all be having double standards and all this bullshit, y'all need to stop. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's all the smoke that I have for you Digimon guys today.
That's funny.
But yeah, like this whole section right here with the Robot Wars, Monster Hunter, Digimon DLC all in one wrap. They could have done without that. Then the Pac-Man, Sonic deal. So yeah, there was definitely some bad moments, and then the whole last half of that, the state of play was just bad. Monitor, like the monitor and the speakers and all of that, they just went over. They could have went without that. But so my other two highlights: Nevergrave, The Curse and the Witch. This is probably my game of the show for sure. I'm guessing it's like a Metrovania, but it's 4-player co-op, which is always a boon.
Really?
Yeah, 4-player co-op. And it has no one saves the world energy in the sense that you can just become enemies. Like you can just possess an enemy and become them and then attack as them. Like, yes, that's like, I love No One Saves the World, and this one has a really cool looking art style as well. But it's also 4-player co-op. Like, bro, this is for me. Coming out March 5th, I think, or May 3rd. I don't know how they did the
March 5th, 2026.
Yeah. I don't know if they switch it or not. I don't know how it works, but yeah, this shit looks, that game looks sick. And then I think the last one that I will say is, which is, so my third one is Kyorin Makaism or Makaism. I don't know how the fuck you say that shit. But this is from the creators of Disgaea, but it's an action RPG instead of a tactics RPG. And art style looks pretty... But I liked how the gameplay looked, and I like the Disgaea universe. So I think I'm probably gonna end up playing this. But it definitely did not look the best at all. It looked very low budget. But then again, they're not a big team either, so I understand. But yeah, that was my 3 games of the show. I would say for a score, I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10. It was good, not great. A lot of announcements we already knew about, and then the new games, there weren't really any big hitters, but it had some cool shit.
Yeah.
And then also -1 for Digimon, so. And Sonic, so -2. So yeah.
So -2, yeah.
But what would you rate this state of play?
Yeah, I was sitting at a 6.57. Probably leaning more towards the 6.5 for sure.
Okay. So that was the state of play Japan. You should watch the live reaction. I wasn't there for most of it, but we had an action-packed cast of a lot of different people, so it was actually a lot of fun to watch from the sidelines. But yeah, check that out on the stream or on the account, on the channel, whatever the fuck. But now let's go ahead and get into some other PlayStation news, because they just announced a new game. And that game is, drum roll please, Ratchet and Clank. What? A new Ratchet and Clank in big 2025? Impossible. Well, yeah, you're technically right. It is impossible in a sense. Because this Ratchet and Clank is not the Ratchet and Clank that any of us ever asked for. But it's one that we're getting anyway, and that is Ratchet and Clank Ranger Rumble, a new mobile game coming for iOS and Android. Yeah. Now, I will say, it looked pretty decent. I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't the worst looking game I ever seen in my life. But am I gonna play this ever? Bro, I'll probably boot it up like one time. But it looked decent. It's a multiplayer game, third-person shooter type of game. Seemed like they had a bunch of different modes. Like they had a soccer Rocket League looking mode. So yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna have like some hero shooter elements. With each character probably having their own different abilities and shit. But mobile.
Yeah.
Not even a PC PC port. Just straight up mobile. No PlayStation. Just straight up mobile. Okay. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank is back. Yeah, they haven't forgot about him. He's not dead yet. I mean, if this flops, he'll probably be dead though. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. How do you feel about this?
I'm pretty sure Insomniac is still working on a Ratchet and Clank game. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm pretty sure they are. But
I know the last time we got reports from them, they had Ratchet and Clank in the docket. Now, a lot can change in however many years. So.
Yeah, I think it was like something they have like 10% of Insomniac's resources making that game or something like that. I think that's what it said in the document, which is like almost like no people working on it. So they really are taking their time on it. But so I will say the game actually doesn't look bad. It seems like it's pretty competently made.
Yeah.
But the surprising thing is that no PlayStation PC launch. Like that's honestly the surprising thing, because this seems like a game that would probably get some players in on PC or PlayStation, you know. It looks like a controller game. It doesn't look like a touch-based game. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure you can play it with the controller too, which is why it's so weird that they don't have it. Now it can always come later.
Yeah.
Because there are a few games that start off Android, iOS only, and they move to PC, then console. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Is if it does good, or maybe if it's launching in a good spot, then they'll be like, oh yeah, let's bring it over.
But
I definitely think it's strange though.
Yeah, usually we've been seeing a lot lately that games that kind of start off on console, like they start off as like mobile games based off of like console / PC franchises, they tend to at least go to PC also at the same time. Like we saw that with the Persona game. I believe the Kingdom Hearts game, if it would have actually came out, it was gonna launch on PC as well. RIP. What was it called? The Mystery Key or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, something like that. It looked good too,
bro,
which is crazy.
I'll never forgive them. But yeah, a lot of them go to PC because they know that their fan base is not on mobile. I mean, in Japan for sure, but like outside of Japan, they're usually not on mobile.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird, but the game looks good. For a mobile game, the game looks good. So hopefully it does pretty well. Hopefully it does so well that Sony's like, man, fuck all this Marvel shit. Go make Ratchet and Clank right now, Insomniac. Because we done made this IP into something crazy because of this mobile game. The kids want. Wait, what's the saying? I forgot. The children yearn for Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, that's what it is.
The children yearn for literally fucking any of PlayStation's old IPs. Literally any of them.
Oh yeah, another minus point in that direct in a state of play Japan because there was no Legend of Dragoon or Gravity Rush 3.
Yes, no Legend of Dragoon, but I have faith. I have faith.
All right, but let's move on to our next topic. All right, not technically not gaming related, but we got a trailer for what will be a big event for gamers and non-gamers alike in 2026, and that is the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch the trailer?
I have not, but I can watch it right now.
Hey, let's get that live reaction.
You know, I still haven't watched the first movie, right?
Yes, you did tell me that, and still disgusted.
I know, bro. Is it on any streaming services? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure. I know for. Let me look real quick.
Dude, the animation is already so good, bro.
Bro, the way that you go to any other Illumination film and it looks like absolute shit, and Nintendo just said, "We are not gonna work with you unless you pull out your fucking best." And they shaped the fuck up for Mario, and like Galaxy seems to be going 2 steps above what they did with the first movie, because like the effects, the animation in this shit was just so A1. But I was not expecting such a substantial trailer right off the bat. I thought we were gonna get something like they showed a lot in this trailer, so I was expecting something a little lighter. But yeah, bro, this shit, bro, this was an A1 trailer. And we got the announcements that Rosalina will be played by Brie Larson, who is Captain Marvel, or if you know her before that, Envy Adams in Scott Pilgrim. But also we have Benny Safdie playing Bowser Jr., which is also a really good pick. But I'm super excited about this. I hope so. I love the Super Mario movie, but I do have issues with it in the sense that this is how I look at it. So like the Sonic movies are better movies than the Super Mario Brothers movie, for sure. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that the Super Mario Brothers movie does like better than any other video game adaptation is that the Super Mario Brothers movie is a better Mario adaptation than any other video game movie, in a sense that the movie is so close to it's so close to a representation of the video games as every other video game movie doesn't really feel as close as a representation than the Mario Brothers movie. Because the issues I have with the Super Mario Brothers movie is that it's very badly paced, and they don't really do a lot of they don't stop to talk and world build and have those conversations that deepen the characters or anything like that. It feels like a Mario game in that sense, that when you play a Mario game, it's just you're getting straight to the action every time. And the movie is literally you're just getting straight into the action. We're not stopping to talk about any we it's very minimal. exposition, very minimal world building. It's just straight on to the next shit. And like I didn't like that. But when you're like, I like it and I don't like it at the same time, because I wanted that, like I wanted them to like build the characters and build the world and things like that. But as a visual experience, like it's so entertaining to just watch at the same time. So like Sonic does it like they Sonic is good cinema. It's a good film. It's a great movie, but it's also not represented. Like it's not a good representation of what a Sonic game is. So that's why I feel like the Mario movie is a better adaptation, but not a better movie. So I'm hoping with this Galaxy movie they do more exposition, more world building, more building up these characters, so that they're not just all one note. But visually, I don't think I will have anything to complain about just from seeing this trailer. Like it's gonna be crazy in that sense.
Yeah.
But what'd you think of the trailer?
Yes. So I finished it. I'm with you with the like visual wise, it looks fucking spectacular. But I also noticed that there was like a little like sand kingdom.
Yeah, the Tostarino.
Yeah, a little. So it seems
Odyssey.
like they're also including a little Odyssey in there. So it's exciting, man. That's sick. This makes me want to go and watch the Mario movie. To be honest.
Bro, you gotta
So I can get myself
watch it
ready.
before March. I mean April. You gotta watch
got
that,
you,
bro.
I will.
And it's such a short
100%,
movie
I'm gonna
too.
watch that.
Like an hour and 20 minutes. Also, it needs to be long. Like the Galaxy movie needs to be a bit longer.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, perfect.
I have Amazon Prime. That's perfect, bro. I might just watch that tonight.
But yeah, I'm excited about the Galaxy movie. That trailer was hype as hell. Rosalina, look like they did Rosalina right. Just showing her just destroying the mega leg, whatever it was called in Galaxy. I didn't expect Bowser Jr. to be the main villain, but I like that. So yeah. Now, what I want for future movies, though, I hope that they go into the non-platforming Mario games, and they start adding the Legend of the Seven Stars, Super Mario RPG, Mario and Luigi series. Get some Cackletta and Falafel or Fawful, whatever his name was. Get them in there, because bro, if we get Fawful and Cackletta as villains in one of the movies, that would be fucking A1. So yeah, I hope that they lean into all of Mario and not just the platformers. But yeah, man, April 3rd, 2026, I will be in there in the theater watching that. Anything else you want to add before we move on?
Yeah, man, I kind of want to watch this in that 3D, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's gonna be popping.
Yeah. I haven't watched a 3D movie in fucking forever. I think the last movie I watched in 3D was Avatar, the second movie. So yeah. All right. Let's talk about Arc Raiders and AI. Because guess what, guys? Arc Raiders uses generative AI. What? Arc Raiders bad now. Go boycott the game. If you bought the game, delete your copy or return it right now, because AI is bad and any game that uses AI is bad. We've already established this. So Daniel Lamont brought it up on Twitter. Arc Raiders is a multi-million selling game that has been positively received by reviewers and gamers and uses Gen AI. Turns out that when a final product is good or the tech is integrated in a positive way, the majority of consumers will accept it. This isn't to say that the general public doesn't understand how Gen AI can be and is used in negative ways, but that consumer-led boycotts or buyer shaming won't work in certain scenarios. One thing people do resonate with is how new tech like Gen AI may impact them, which is why focusing on the wider public perception, labor relations, and state regulation would be a more effective approach. Regardless, developers are continuing to experiment with and integrate the tech into workflows and the final product. AI native games aren't a thing and won't be a thing, but you can expect many other types of implementations. So, do you know what the actual implementation of AI that they're using?
Yes, it's
Okay.
voices, right?
Yes. And I
And that's it, right?
saw a lot of people complaining
Oh
about
yeah,
this. And I
me
shouldn't
too.
say a lot because it's a very vocal minority, as we can see by the sales of this game. But people are boycotting this game, mostly people who were never going to play it in the first place, obviously. That's usually how the boycotts go. But they were complaining about, and we actually got a review from Eurogamer, I think, where they gave the game a 2 out of 5 because of the generative AI voice acting. So actually, let's start with that one. We have reviewers now giving lower scores because of a feature like generative AI, not because of the quality of the game. How do you feel about that?
Um, honestly, it's funny because it's both an ethical discussion and like just like a moral discussion, right? But at the end of the day, from what I know, the voice actors, they signed up for it. They signed up for their voices to be
I
used
mean, that's
in
basically
AI.
that's most uses usually.
Yes. Same with the whole Fortnite thing too, right?
Yep.
Like it was like the guy that voiced Darth Vader,
Yes.
his estate was like, yeah, we signed off on this. Like,
Yeah. He literally signed that deal before he died. RIP.
uh,
Before he died, he said he wants his voice to be used for generations to come. So he was okay with it, but like people who have nothing to do with it, and like his estate was okay with it. Everyone involved in his life, his wife and his family, were like, yes, this is what he wanted. You can use his voice. But random people on the internet, they're like, no, you can't use his voice. What's wrong with you? Fucking. But yeah. But this one is basically they hired voice actors, paid the voice actors, and they did record lines for the game and everything. But because this game is constantly updating all the time, they signed a deal with these voice actors to use AI to generate new lines whenever needed. And I really don't see any issues with that as long as both parties are okay with the terms. Obviously, they're okay with the terms because they're you see it happening. So that's the thing I don't understand. Like if like I would say I would be more concerned if it was like they didn't hire any voice actors, they didn't pay any voice actors, they just generated voices out of thin air using generative AI, which is a little less ethical, or I shouldn't even say, I don't think the first one is unethical at all. But generating a voice out of thin air, you obviously using other people's voices and other people's recordings, and like that's more unethical in my eyes. Because you're getting that data or getting that like the voice and the acting like the data that they use to create this voice from somewhere. There are people who they're just kind of undercutting to make this voice basically. So I understand that, but also I will say that there are just certain games where you just can't you can't really do voice acting and just keep having someone record lines. So like there are games where they have like the AI voice actor and they're an AI character that you can ask questions. You can like talk to them as if they were a real person, and they will respond. And like you can't do that with a voice actor. So those are the type of games where I'm like, okay, yeah, if you're doing something like that, then generative AI is literally the only answer. And that's where I'm like, okay, cool. Make up the voices, like it's cool. But when it comes to AI, is like no one wants to have the nuanced conversation about like it's either all AI is bad or all AI is good. Like no one wants to be in between in these conversations. But I've always been I like the idea of AI and how it can be implemented into gaming to one, make development faster, because we've seen how these long developments have just really fucked up AAA gaming. So if AI can be used to like half the time of a AAA game from start to launch, that would be so good for gaming. Like, and yes, jobs will be lost. Like that is just the nature of something like this. There will be jobs that will be cut because of something like this. And like all I can say is that that's the price of progress. Like it sounds bad for sure. Like I'm like there's people who are going to be losing their jobs. I can be empathetic about that, but it's also something that has been happening for hundreds of years, where every time a new technology comes into play, people lose their job because they're outdated now. So it's sad. It is what it is, though, in that sense. But
I think what Embark is doing though is like the proper way to go, it because like if you look at Arc Raiders on Steam, it literally says it in the like description, like they use AI on the game, so it's not like they're hiding it.
Well,
so
on Steam, every game that uses AI has to disclose it, and I see that with a lot of visual novels that use AI art, they have to disclose that.
Well, that's good. That's good. At least that there's protection in there. Like, you know, the people that are looking into the getting the game, whatever, they can like they're not being lied to, which is good.
But yeah, I really like how they went about this implementation. And it's the same thing that they did with the finals with the announcer. And it was always cool because like you would play the finals the next week and the announcer would have new line already. Like when you play Halo, Call of Duty, like the announcer, you're gonna hear the same shit for a whole year. A whole year, the same lines every single time. But the finals, they would mix it up like weekly, and that's cool to see. And it's like, yes, they could have paid someone like $1,000 or I don't know how long to record 3 new lines every week, but like that wouldn't be viable, which is why you don't see it happening. So, you know, I'm with Embark on this. Like I'm on their side when it comes to this for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And especially if it like alleviates some resources for them to work on the game itself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Like that's what it's about, man. If they can take some people off from doing that and then focus them on like actual creating the game, the content, and like, you know, all that stuff, it's worth it. It's worth it for the trade-off.
Yes, sir. So yeah, AI can be good, guys. Just open your minds a little bit. Not all generative AI is bad. And then there's people who don't even understand the difference between like AI and generative AI, and they see like if anyone talks about AI, like the NPC AI in games, they're like, AI, oh no, this is bad. Like, bitch, we had AI in video games since the inception. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Yeah. The funniest one to me is the people that complain about the AI upscaling. I think that's the funniest one.
Like, what is
It's like, oh, we don't want AI upscaling in my game. I was like, you guys even fucking know what it does? Like,
yeah,
it not only makes the image look better, but you're gonna get more FPS out of the image. So it's like there's no net loss with using it.
yeah. The internet is just not a good place for any kind of real discussion on anything, is what I've learned.
Yes, sir.
But let's go ahead. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was like, this is the way, man. That's just how it is.
All right, let's move on to another controversy. One that I can get behind, because Nintendo had a video that they put up showcasing game key cards. And you know me, I don't care about game key cards at all. It's like, I'm not gonna buy any.
Yeah, you don't even care about non-game key
Yeah,
cards.
like I'm not gonna buy physical. I'm not gonna buy game key cards. Does not matter to me at all that they exist. But like, I feel like they're a good middle ground. Like, if you really want that physical experience and you want to be able to trade and sell the games and give it to your friends after you beat it, things like that, you have all of that. The only thing is that you don't have you don't have the game on the cartridge, and that is like the big upset for a lot of people. So Pokemon Pokopia is a new Pokemon farming sim, life sim style game that is coming out, and so far from everything that we've seen, all Nintendo first party games have been full physical games, all on the cartridge. But in this overview for the game cards, we saw Nintendo use Pokemon Pokopia as the example of a game key card. And people were like, wait a minute, are they saying that this is a game key card? And yes, we did get confirmation that Pokopia is going to be a game key card, not a full physical game.
100% confirmation?
Yes, at least
Oh no.
as far as like the listings on Amazon and everything, it has the game key card thing on the case now. So so this will be the first party game to be on a game key card under Nintendo. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to be a trend or case by case? How do you think they're going to play this now?
Yeah, man. This doesn't make me happy because it's Nintendo and it's their own like it's their own stuff, but at the same time, I mean, like, I feel like it was inevitable seeing a Nintendo owned game being a game key card. I just feel like it was inevitable that it was gonna happen. So of course it's Pokemon, the first one, and of course that's gonna get all the freaky boys riled up. But honestly, you know how I feel. Game key card is just as good as a physical game to me, so it is what it is.
Yeah, so I had never expected this to happen, honestly. I thought that all Nintendo games were just gonna be either all digital, like I thought they would just go all digital, like Drag X Drive, or they would go full physical, and that would be the only two options that they have.
Yeah.
So I never thought that they would do a game key card, but it make like Pokemon Pokopia. It makes sense that this is the one that they try it with. I think this is a test, just to see how, like, it's Pokemon. So, like, we know Pokemon sells. Even the spin-offs do fairly well. Besides Pokken, because it was a fighting game. But most even like the mystery dungeon games and Pokemon Snap, they usually do a good 4 or 5 million, like 3 to 5 million. So this being a Pokemon farming sim also is probably a good one that's gonna have a lot of the cozy Pokemon gamers in. So this is gonna be a good test to see, like, will the sales projections lower because of, like, will discourse and everything really affect sales because of the game key cards, or will this game still sell like we predicted it would, even though it's a game key card? Like, so I can see this being some kind of tests for something like that. What else? But honestly, I don't have any issues with that. Now, what I do have an issue with is the $70 price tag on this game. Because I didn't, when I saw this game, it did not look like a $70 experience. Like, this looked like a $50 at the max experience. So when I saw that they were trying to charge $70 for this, I was like, oh yeah, y'all got that one. So I actually lost all hype for that. I will wait for a sale in 2-3 years. But how do you feel about the pricing
Of Pokopia?
Yeah.
$69.99, right?
Yep.
That sounds about standard to me.
Yeah, I feel it's standard, but like I don't feel like this is one of those games that gets the standard price. From what I've seen, maybe they got some shit going on here, like 500 hours of content or some shit that can make it worth it. But like, just from what I saw, I didn't feel like this would be a $70 full release. That's would be like a $50 type of game. But we'll see if that deters anybody. Also, probably not. At least 90 Pokemon fans. But yeah, anything else you wanted to add before we move on?
No, other than I'm still excited. Hopefully they usually have a direct at the beginning of the year, right?
Yep, February. Usually like the mid-February. That's Pokemon Day. I think it's February 13th. That's Pokemon Day, and they always have a Pokemon Presents at that time.
Sure, man. I'm excited, bro. I hope that it is a little bit more than what they've shown, but outside of that though, I still really like the idea. I think the idea is sound for Pokopia.
Yes, sir. All right, let's talk about Elder Scrolls 6. Todd Howard says it's still a long way off. That's it. That's the tweet. But no, he says, I like to just announce stuff and release it. My perfect version, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, is that it's going to be a while and then one day the game will just appear. So yeah, I mean, we all knew Elder Scrolls 6 was not coming out anytime soon, but more confirmation that it's not coming anytime soon, I guess. And it seems like when the game is ready, they're just gonna boom. Elder Scrolls 6, guys, coming out in 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, something like that. Like they're just gonna go straight to that marketing push, and it's gonna be out soon. Kind of like Fallout 4. They're not gonna do the 1.5 year like they did Starfield. But Elder Scrolls 6, man. What's your plan, or like what's your tentative release date? Year, I guess.
Before this, I would have said like 2027, but after this, I'm saying more like 2030.
All right, I'm gonna give you the exact release date of Elder Scrolls 6, bro. You ready?
Yes, sir.
March 3rd, 2033. 3/3/2033. That's when we get in that. I'm telling you, the game has been finished. But Todd was like, "Man, I need a good ass date to launch it on. I can't just launch it on some whack ass date." So he's like, "Man, 3/3/2033 coming up. That's gonna be the I have to release it at this time. We just gonna wait 8 years with the game already basically finished, just so we can release it on a good date like that, just like Skyrim." So yeah, 3/3/2033, guys. You heard it here first. Nah, but I was thinking 2029 for the release date.
2029. Yeah, I could get with that. 2029, 2030. One of those 2 years. Definitely does not seem like they want to rush it out, so that's a good thing as well. And then by that time, it was announced in 2018.
Yep.
So 2018 till 2029. That's over 10 years, right? That's a longer wait than what people have been waiting for Red Dead 2 GTA 6. So the motherfuckers better be out in the streets with their pitchforks at Todd Howard's feet. So that's all I have to say.
Well, we did have Starfield, so
that is true.
If we're counting Red Dead to GTA 6, then Starfield came out like 2023, 2022.
And we do have the 5 Fallout 4 remasters as well, and then the Fallout 3 remake that's coming out too. So that's also coming.
But yeah, when it comes, it better hit. Like, I expect it to hit, but it better hit when it drop. No Starfield, like, oh, some people like it, but some people don't. It gotta be everybody loved this, like the Fallout thing, or everybody liked that. That's what it is.
Hopefully they have something that gets as big as the arrow to the knee thing. That would definitely do it. If they have a memeable moment like that, oh yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the Switch 2 and how PC players are just going to be able to hack open that Switch 2 and play all of the Switch 2 games without buying the console. And they're going to pirate all those games and then play them before release and show it off to everybody like, hey guys, I hate Nintendo and I hate Nintendo games, but look at me playing Nintendo games on my PC. Except that according to a developer, I guess you can call them developers, a developer who is working on a Switch 2 emulator, it seems that the Switch 2 is far more secure than we saw with the Switch 1, to the point where he has said that it's going to take maybe a decade minimum to crack open that Switch 2 and get this emulator up and running. So everyone who was saying it's okay, I don't need a Switch 2 because we'll be hacking, it'll be hacked, and we'll just download the emulators and play them. You know, I can play it on my Steam Deck. All of that shit went out the window real quick. Because by the time the Switch 1 came out, that shit was already hacked, opened up, games already uploaded on the server. Bro, like literally day one, that shit was already there. Like we had that shit sold up. Switch 2, we are 5 months out from release, and there is not a single emulator. We don't even got the games out there. So yeah, Nintendo definitely did something because we always hear we heard them saying that security and making sure that the games are hackable was going to be a focus. I just didn't know. Like, it's like, yeah, you can say that, but it only takes one exploit, one little thing to be found that's just gonna like fuck that shit up. Literally with the Switch one, it was something that you could do with a paperclip. All it took was a fucking paperclip to hack the Switch one. So like you can say it's secure until that one exploit pops up, but no one's found that yet. So yeah, you think it's gonna take a decade, or you think it's gonna happen sooner?
I don't think it's gonna take a decade, but I do think it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be at least 3 or 4 years.
Especially with the fact that like we haven't really seen jack shit yet. Yeah, it's definitely gonna take a while.
But yeah, the PC pirators, those One Piecers out there, I'm sorry for your loss. You just gonna have to sit on the sidelines and complain about Nintendo games without actually playing them, or you can pick up a Switch 2. You know, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, good on Nintendo for actually throwing up something that has literally been plaguing them from the Wii all the way to the Switch. Like literally, I've hacked every Nintendo console from the Wii all the way. I never did it with the Switch. I never really had a reason to. But like from the Wii to the Wii U, every single one of them was hacked in some way, homebrew or anything. I did everything to those. Pause. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our final topic, and this was the big one from today. Gabe blessed us with some news just for Dual-Wield. He was like, "Nah, I mean, I got y'all. We gonna hit y'all with the news, so y'all got something big to talk about." Thank you, Gabe. You thank you. So we got the big announcement. Like you were saying, Valve unloaded the clip, and they announced 3 new pieces of hardware. So starting with the new Steam controller. Let me see if they have a YouTube video for this. I can play it in the background. Yes, they do. All right. What just happened? Why are you like this? What do I do?
They also have it all up on Steam. Here, I could link it for you.
No, I already got it. It's playing.
Oh,
but for whatever reason, it's because like widescreen or some shit. Why is it widescreen? Whatever. It's just gonna play. All right. So we got the announcement of we got 3 announcements. The Steam controller, which is a new and improved version of the old school Steam controller, which I still have to this day. Very cool controller. Not one that I use as my main driver, but it was a good marriage of getting that mouse and keyboard support, or I guess not keyboard, but like mouse support on a controller. And they've kept that alive with this one, but made it more of a traditional controller, because with the original Steam controller, you didn't have a second analog. You just had to use the mouse pad as your second analog. But with this, they have the two mouse pads, track pads, whatever you want to call them, underneath the controllers, or underneath your analog. So you have both of those, along with two analogs, back buttons, magnetic thumbsticks. They're doing TMR, so shout out to them for getting the TMR sticks. But I have to get it in my hands. But just looking at it, I don't like it. But I'm pretty sure once I get it in my I'm pretty sure once I get it in my hands, it'll be fine. Because that's how I felt about the Steam controller. Once I saw it, I was like, this looks disgusting. I know I'm not gonna like it. And actually, when I started playing with it, I was like, oh wait, this is actually pretty nice. So, but how do you feel about the Steam controller just off the bat?
Yeah, I would say it looks very bulky. But I really do like that they're like throwing a lot of features like in it. Like they have like the back paddles or the back buttons, and then they have like the two track pads, which is nice. Like you're saying, the magnetic thumbsticks, which is great.
35-hour battery life.
They have the gyro in there as well, which is something that the Xbox controller doesn't have. It just seems like they have everything that you would want in a controller.
Yep, HD rumble, or HD haptics as they call it. They got the 35-hour battery life that shits on PlayStation tenfold.
Yeah, comes close to the Nintendo's for sure.
Yeah, very close to Nintendo's Pro Controller. I don't like the thumb placements, but the sticks look very Series X coded, which I do like. Really, like if it was offset, I probably would have liked this controller more. But I'm pretty sure I can get over it, just because of it seems like it's a pretty wide controller, so I think I won't have too much issues with it being parallel as much. But yeah, this is definitely, out of everything announced, because I've always wanted a sequel to the Steam controller. So this is for me, because this is probably the one announcement that is like a for sure buy from all of the announcements that we've seen here. So yeah, the Steam controller looks pretty dope. When you just don't look at it, it's dope on paper. It looks pretty disgusting, but I'm pretty sure it'll feel fine in your hand.
Yeah.
But that was not the only announcement here. We also have the Steam Frame, which I will skip the Steam Machine for now and go straight to the Steam Frame.
Codename Deckard, if you recall.
Yes. And this is technically the sequel to the Valve Index, which is still to this day one of the best VR headsets, although very expensive, which is gonna tie into my hype for this. So the Valve Index is a wired headset, but the Steam Frame is untethered wireless headset where the entire experience is in the headset. But if you want to play through your computer, you have that choice to use a wireless link or a cable link to play directly through your PC as well. But let me see. I don't remember what the specs were for this, but I do know that they're LCD panels, which kind of sucks, but not the end of the world. A lot of these VR headsets have moved to OLED. So let's see. We got a wireless adapter that comes with it, so you don't need to buy anything separate like you do with the Meta Quest. It automatically you can automatically use the wireless adapter to hook it up to your PC, which is cool. Now, the big thing was the foveated streaming, which is like foveated rendering, which if you've dabbled in VR, foveated rendering is basically the game only renders what's in front of you. So as it tracks your eyes and it tracks your camera, so that whenever you're whatever you're looking at, whatever's in your screen view, that's the only thing that's being rendered at full quality. And then anything to the sides that's not being rendered, you don't like it, none of that's being rendered basically to improve performance of that game. And usually when it's implemented right, it works really well. So like if you quickly turn to your right, you're not like it'll just adjust accordingly. But with the foveated streaming, now you'll have the same thing, but in this sense is going to be for the when you're streaming through the wireless adapter. That's how it can keep that connection super like low latency, because usually if you're streaming wirelessly through your computer, it's usually going to have a ton of latency, but they use this to keep that latency low. So I thought that was a really cool improvement that we haven't really seen.
Fully wireless, right? You're saying?
Fully wireless.
That's awesome. That's sick.
So pancake lenses, but like we said, 2160 by 2160 LCD panels. So basically 4K resolution, LCD, and refresh rates go all the way to 444 hertz, which is great. Anything under 120 is like
no go for VR, right?
No go. Like 90 is the minimum, but honestly, it should be 120 or
Was it 90 what PSVR 1 launched with?
Yeah, 90 is like it used to be the standard, but like a lot of them are
now it's like the bare minimum, huh?
Yeah, it's the bare minimum for sure.
For sure.
So yeah, you have that same stereo speaker setup that they had with the Valve Index, which was amazing. Like the sound quality was amazing. The HP Reverb G2 stole that from the Index, and that is like the best sound experience I've ever had in anything gaming related. So they're keeping that. Although I don't know how well it'll work without the little, because they're not over your ear. So we'll see how good the sound is. Camera tracking, eye tracking, all of that is there as well. So has a lot of what you expect from a MetaQuest. The button, like the controllers, are now more controller standard, unlike the knuckles from the Valve Index. So they definitely made it a little bit more accessible when it comes to like other games that aren't VR. But you also have the finger tracking on the side, so if you place your fingers on the controller or take them away, it actually registers that in gameplay. Yeah, that's basically it. Basically, this is their MetaQuest moment. A fully wireless standalone VR headset. Doesn't need to be tethered to a PC, but you can tether it if you want to get that extra juice. So this one is a really cool announcement, but we have not gotten prices for anything, and price is going to be a big factor into this one for sure, because the MetaQuest is like the obvious choice. They have a $299 version and a $499 version, and both are like the best in that price point. So they have very steep competition in that space, but we'll see what happens. How are you feeling about the Steam frame?
Yeah, man, I'm super intrigued by it. As you know, I've been wanting to jump into VR. I haven't fully dove in just because I know stuff was cooking like this. But I'm definitely intrigued by it. I'm not as sold on it as I am the Steam Machine, but it looks really sick. I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes on it for sure.
Right. And with that, let's just go straight into the Steam Machine, one that we've
Yes, sir.
talked about multiple times before, but now we are getting the full announcement. The real thing is here, and that is a Steam console, quote unquote. Is it a console? Basically,
A console,
it's a
I would say.
yeah, it's a console. They say it's a PC multiple times, but it's a console.
It's a console, bro. Even Digital Foundry said that it comes from the semi-custom unit.
So this is the GameCube, as we will call it. It's a small gaming PC in a mini form factor little box. About the same size of a Series X, but a little bit shorter. Has all the features you would expect from the Steam Deck, but it's in a box that sits under your TV or next to your monitor. And yeah, everything you can do with a PC, you can do on here. But if you want that console experience, you have that. And that is exactly what we've been saying about the next Xbox. And Steam has basically beat them to the punch in that regard. Now I'm probably the most excited about the Steam Machine in the sense that I love what they're doing with this, but it's also the one I am least likely to buy. Because I already have a PC.
Yeah.
Why would I need another PC? But like, if I didn't already have a gaming PC, this would be a no-brainer, easily. But how are you feeling about the Steam Machine? Oh, I guess I didn't really go over the specs.
You're good. You're
good. What are the specs looking like? I want you to.
Yeah, I can look them up real quick. Hold on, I literally had the link. Where the hell did it go? Okay, so Steam Machine specs. It looks like semi-custom AMD. So it's a semi-custom design. It has Zen 4. It's on Zen 4, so it has 6 cores, 12 threads, up to 4.8 gigahertz with a 30-watt TDP. The GPU is a semi-custom AMD RDNA 3 GPU with 28 compute units, and that is 2.45 gigahertz max sustained clock at 110 TDP. It has 2 pools of RAM, so it has 16 gigs of DDR5 and it has 8 gigabytes of GDDR6. So it has 2 pools of RAM it could take from, which is very PC-like if you consider most PCs have the RAM on the motherboard, yep, and then it has the RAM on the graphics card.
Yep.
The power is an internal power supply, which is nice. I'm so happy that we've gone away from the external power supply bricks, which I think Xbox One was the last one to have that, because I think One S and the One X had internal power supplies.
Yep.
And then the storage is going to have 2 different storage options. You can do 512 gigabytes or you can do 2 terabytes, and you can install your own M.2 as well.
Yeah. So on paper it sounds really good. Definitely not a next gen push in terms of graphical, like the next gen
definitely
console.
Current gen.
Yeah,
definitely current gen.
It's going to be in line with what we're seeing on the PS5 and Xbox Series X and PS5 Pro. So not a leap.
I'll say it is like compute unit wise, it's between the Series S and the PS5, because I think the Series S has like 20 RDNA 2 compute units, and then the PS5 has 36 RDNA 2 compute units, so it's like somewhere in between there, but it has RDNA 3. Yeah. So it's on a little bit more advanced architecture.
Wait, but the PS5 is RDNA 3. At
The
least
PS5
that's
Pro technically is
no,
takes from RDNA 3
the
and 4.
OG PS5. They were telling all the ponies were telling me that was straight up the RDNA 3. That's what Mark
Yeah,
Cerny
no, it's
told
not.
me. Oh, okay.
Technically, people say it's not even RDNA 2, but AMD themselves says it's RDNA 2, so I'll just believe what AMD says.
Damn, that's crazy. But anyways, again, it's exciting, but price point can also just kill or make it even more exciting. So let's talk about price. Starting with the controller. What do you think they're gonna price the Steam controller at?
$79.99,
That's
maybe
exactly,
$89.99.
I was going for $79.99 as well. That's exactly the price I was thinking of.
Mhm.
All right. The Steam Frame VR headset.
Do you remember how much the last Steam or the
The
last
Valve
the Valve
Index
Index
was
whatever?
$1,000.
Ooh, okay, so I don't think it's gonna be that, but I also don't think it's gonna be cheap. I'm gonna say the Steam Frame. See, they are. I wouldn't say they're cheaping out on components, but they are, like, you can tell that they're keeping like the price in mind with like having LCD screens and stuff like that. So I'll say $399, $499 maybe.
I'm gonna go $499 just because they do have a lot of good tech in there, but they have skimped a little bit just to make sure they can kind of. I think they're trying to at least. They're not gonna go over 500. I don't think, because the MetaQuest at 500, they would not be able to actually perform. It won't do anything at anything over 500. So I think 500 is gonna be where they're trying to hit. Now, they might do 449, kind of like that Steam Deck, kind of like in the middle. But I'll say 449. I think they're gonna try to undercut just a little bit. All right, and then lastly, the Steam Machine. There's a 512 gigabyte version and a 2 terabyte version. So we'll price both of them.
I think the 512 gigabyte will be $450, and then the 2 terabyte will be $599.
All right, I'm gonna say the 512 gigabyte is gonna be $400.
Okay, so $399 on the dot.
Yeah, $400 flat, and then the 2 terabyte is gonna be $499.
Okay.
That's where I see it.
Okay.
But how are we feeling about this announcement, and is this gonna shake up the industry? Like, how do you think this is gonna impact the console market?
I think if they do just the Steam Deck route and they only sell it on through Steam, it definitely is gonna put a ceiling on like how well it's gonna do.
Which they already confirmed that the distribution will be exactly the same as the Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm. Oh fuck! I just seen Bradley Beal is undergoing a season-ending injury. That fucking sucks. But fucking hell, dude. The Clippers are so cheeks right now. But okay, so I think it will do relatively well. People are obviously already excited about it. I'm seeing a lot of people being hyped up about the faceplate thing, where like you can interchange the faceplates, which looked really sick. I seen one that Valve is not gonna sell, whereas like it actually has a screen on the front plate, which actually looked kind of cool. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it really matters how much this sells. Like for Valve, like I really don't think it matters to them. Like I think the most important thing is the fact that they're doing it and they're providing an option for the person that wants to be on SteamOS or wants to have a little dedicated PC like hybrid device. It's really nice that they're offering that for them. So, but I'm not gonna hinge on it being like hella successful. Like I'll say like lifetime sales maybe like 10 million.
Exactly. That's where I'm at with it. I feel like, honestly, I don't even think the Steam Machine sells more than the Steam Deck. And the reason I say that is because I just don't understand. I don't think the market for it is larger than the market for someone looking for a Steam Deck like device.
Like handheld, yeah. No, absolutely.
Because the Steam Machine is not as much of a companion to your PC as like the Steam Deck is. Like, oh, I can take all of my games that I have on my PC and I can take them on the go. That is something you can't really build a handheld PC. You can't, like, you can have a laptop, but even a laptop isn't that same portable experience.
Yeah.
So for the PC player, the Steam Deck is your companion device, or it can be your main device if you just don't have a PC at all, but you just wanted a handheld that isn't the Switch, because that is literally your only other option. So it's like, okay, I wanted a powerful handheld, and like handhelds are in, like that is they're the in thing now.
Oh yeah.
So they're very it's a very viable market right now. It's a growing market at that. Now, as like last numbers that we heard for the Steam Deck was like 4 million, which if you're comparing it to consoles, not that great. Like if this was Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo with 4 million sales this far into the generation, we will be laughing our asses off at whoever. But as we talked about the distribution, they don't really put these in stores. They're barely online at like Best Buy and Amazon. Like you really don't find them out in the stores, and that kind of limits how much they're gonna sell. And it seems like they're gonna continue doing that with these new products as well, which I don't know why they don't just go fully massive distribution, but Valve is gonna Valve. But I just like the Steam Machine. I feel like it's gonna do great. It's gonna do good, because there are a lot of console players who they see PC, they see it, and they're like, man, it's so cool, but I don't want to build that PC. I don't want to buy a pre-built PC for $1,500 or $1,000, and then if I do get a $500 PC, like everyone always tells me that it sucks and it's not gonna run anything. Like you're not gonna be. I might as well just stick with my console at that price point. And it's like, so like for those people, this is gonna be that thing, because Xbox is not gonna be $500 or anywhere near that range. It's going to be a lot more powerful for sure.
It might be double.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more powerful for sure. But since when has power ever won a generation?
I think of it like this. So it being, Zen 4, RDNA 3, I really do think that like that as a baseline is probably better than like what most people on PC are using right now. Because I think like the most or like the most used like graphics card on Steam is like a 3060.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure RDNA 3 GPUs are better than Ampere GPUs. So Yeah, man. I honestly, I really could see someone that's like, I really want to upgrade my PC, but I don't want to spend hella money, and Steam is offering me a nice little upgrade. So I really could see like people choosing this as like their upgrade path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Especially if you're on like
it's
an older, like a Zen 1 CPU or an RDNA 2 GPU or a Ampere GPU. I could see it. I could see it being viable for them for sure.
yeah. As far as the console market being impacted, I don't see this being a big impact in the console market. Like, I feel like it's big in the sense that like it's definitely gonna be like a wake up call for especially Xbox, but even PlayStation just a little bit. They're gonna look at this and be like, man, imagine if they actually massively produce these and put them in stores. Like, I feel like Gabe is just being
a gorgeous little box, bro. It's a gorgeous little box, man.
Yeah, and it literally is built like the Series X, where you like see the big fan on top, and you can just like pull out all the components and to look like it's really cool.
Yeah, man.
But I feel like Xbox is really the one who has the most to worry about in this sense, because it's so similar to the idea that they're trying to do with the next Xbox. But
yeah, and literally on the Steam, like if you look at the Steam powered .com or whatever, it literally says, yeah, we're not tying you down to Steam OS. If you want to download other storefronts, you can.
Yeah. So in that sense, it's gonna come down to like Xbox really selling it to the actual Xbox players, which they still have about 20 million to 30 million that are Xbox players who buy Xboxes and play on Xbox. Now, they've been alienating them as much as they possibly can for the last 2-3 years. So we'll see if there's any willing to pay $900 to $1,200 for the next Xbox, and it's essentially just a PC. We'll have to see how that goes. But I'm excited about this new Steam team, as I'm calling it.
Steam team?
Yeah, the Steam team.
Sure.
But if I have to rank it as far as things that I feel like are for me, that controller, that's a day one. Steam frame, if it's priced right, because I don't have a headset right now, but if they undercut the MetaQuest, I might jump on it. But it's like the MetaQuest, the only reason that it's like it's hard to not pick the MetaQuest, because the MetaQuest, the Meta Store has exclusive games, and you can't just load the Meta Store onto another headset. You can't even like download it on your PC or anything. Like, if you have a MetaQuest, that is the only device that can access those Meta Store games, and there are a lot of exclusives tied to the Meta Store. So that is like the one thing, as usual, exclusive games. That's crazy. The exclusive games is the one thing that's keeping me from not being hyped for the Steam frame as much. And I can load Steam onto the MetaQuest, or I can link it to my PC to play my Steam games. So like, I'm not losing anything with the MetaQuest, you know? But now if Steam frame has some exclusive games like Half-Life Alyx 2, then it'd be a different story. I'm like, oh, hold on. You know? Exclusive games. Isn't that crazy? Exclusive games, guys. Exclusive games. That's crazy. But anyways. Anything else you wanted to add into the Steam team discussion before we wrap it up?
Yeah, man. Okay, so I'll say this. I'm, as of right now, not knowing the price of it, I think I'm there day one on the Steam machine. I think I want to buy it.
Yeah, like,
I have hella Steam games now, bro. Like honestly, like I be sitting down on my couch and I be using my deck and like And I'll be like, yeah, this is chill, but I'm like, damn, I kind of want this. I kind of want that katana knot on that full screen, you know, and I don't want to sit at my desk hunched over playing it.
You just
So
got
this
you
kind
just
of,
dock it. Get that dock on your Steam Deck and then
oh,
boom.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Putting that shit on a 4K screen, blowing that shit up on a 4K screen is going to look like ass, bro. I already know it. But, I'm excited for this, bro. It looks sick, man, and I honestly think like if it really does run like shit really good, like if it runs like AAA games really
I'm
good,
pretty sure it will.
I might just replace my Series X with it. It will literally look like a Series X. So yeah, I'm excited. Tentatively, I'm super excited.
Yeah, like old Randy probably would have just bought it just cause, but new Randy actually watches his funds and make sure he doesn't just
Hey,
buy shit
hey.
just to buy shit.
I wash my funds too, bro. I did not buy the Xbox Ally X, bro. I did not buy that shit, and I'm happy I didn't because now I have the money to spend on something like this.
Yeah, but yeah, new Randy has to watch his funds and make sure he don't buy shit for no reason, knowing damn well I'm not gonna use it that much, and then I'm just gonna be wasting money. So yeah,
Do you know if the Steam controller has a USB jack?
just a regular USB-C.
No, like not a USB. I mean a headphone jack.
Ooh, I did not see that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere either. But I mean, since it's a computer, I'm pretty sure you can probably just hook up like a fucking Bluetooth headset
sure.
or whatever.
Actually, no, that's not it. Okay, I don't see anything about a headphone jack.
Hmm.
Let's see, and on here, no, there's no headphone jack. They would have showed it on here.
It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
It's cool though. I have Bluetooth.
but yeah, Steam. Look, I feel like, bro, Valve, if they wanted to, they could have took shit over. They're being nice to the other ones. They're like,
yeah.
you know, we could kill you at any time, but we gonna let y'all enjoy y'all little console market. We gonna be our little niche product. You can only buy it on Steam and through the website and all this. And like, you know, we never go encroach on your territory. But we want you to know that we could at any time destroy you easily.
Facts.
But yeah, big Gabe. Shout out to Big Gabe outside. But with that, let's go ahead and wrap it up. That is it. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in and all the people leaving comments in the chat. We do appreciate the support. Make sure you guys hit that like because we love you guys and it helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed, you'll enjoy the show. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated for when Dual-Wield premieres. And also make sure you guys join the official Discord. Join in on the conversations before the show. So yeah. Subeg, appreciate you for pulling up. Where can we find you? What you got going on?
Is there you guys can find me on twitch.tv/Subegels. I have been streaming there. I'm gonna start posting some videos soon, so please stay tuned for that. That's gonna be on youtube.com/Subegels. I really wanna just have it be like my streams tie into my content on YouTube, which ties into my streams. You know, I kind of just wanted to like be like a loop. What's it called? Not a vicious cycle, but a virtuous cycle. I think that's what they call it. But yeah, man, y'all can check me out there. Y'all can find me on Twitter at Subeg Dollywall. Y'all can find me on Instagram as well at Subeg Dollywall. And then yeah, definitely tap into the Discord. It's nice seeing people hop in there. I would love it if more people hopped in there, which would be awesome. I give away games in there sometimes, so that's a perk you guys can get if you guys are in there. But yeah, definitely check that stuff out.
Yes, sir. As for myself, Don Otaku, you can find me on Twitter at Postafeet F3ET. Find me on Twitch twitch.tv/Don the or no, sorry, Otaku the Don is the new name.
Yes, sir.
And you can also find me right here on YouTube, where not only are we doing Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast every Thursday, Project Entitled Gaming Podcast every Saturday live, but other than that, check me out on lordsofgaming.net, where I've been doing weekly dispatch reviews, and I'll have my final dispatch review up. Hopefully a glowing review. It'll suck if I get to the end and it's absolute ass, and then I gotta write the full review and be like, yeah, bro, y'all could have kept this one in the bushes. But other than that, I'm trying to finish up Pokemon Legends ZA. I've been getting distracted, and I'll put out a review for that as well whenever I finish that up. But yeah, that's really all I got going on. Any final words for the people to get them through the week?
Final words, man. Enjoy the music, man. I'm so excited for Flogna, bro. Honestly, like I seen the weather. It's looking like it's gonna be pretty trash. It's gonna rain. Might be thunderstorms, but I'm still gonna be out there, vibing. I'm gonna be listening to great music. So if I have last words for y'all, listen to that music, man. Listen to what your heart tells you to listen to.
For sure. And with that, let's get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy your week, your weekend, month, year, life, all that. Bye-bye.
Peace.